Welcome to the session, my dear students. Myself Pavitra from Soundarya Institute of Management and Science, Bangalore. As we have seen already in the previous session, we have started off with hire purchase basic problems, that is 6 marks questions. Moving on to the next adjustment in the 6 mark questions, let's see how the problem starts. Before starting today's, let's have a small brief session or the brief introduction about what we have done in the last class. That is, the first question that we have solved in the previous session with hire purchase was the installment which includes interest, but in today's session we have to see when the installment is exclusive of the interest amount, how the problem calculation happens. So, to start off with the question, we will see they have given the cash price, that is 12,000 for purchasing an asset or a machinery. The cash price or the value that we are spending is 12,000, and the next detail that they have given is down payment. Down payment is 20% of cash price. Here they have not directly given us the detail, they are telling cash price, 20% of cash price will be the down payment that you are paying on the date of agreement or while signing the agreement. So, 12,000 into 20%, you can show it elsewhere in the working note, that is cash price was 12,000, on cash price if we are applying 20%, we are getting 2,400, that will become the down payment value. Going to the next detail, that is balance of the amount will be paid in 3 equal installments. So, they are trying to tell balance amount is nothing but cash price minus down payment, whatever balance that you will be left with will become the balance. So, that balance they are telling it will be paid in 3 equal installments. Along with that, they have an additional statement telling that installment is should always be paid with interest at 10% on outstanding cash balance or outstanding cash price. So, this is the most important part of adjustment that we will be showing in the previous format that we have already done. So, to start off with the format, it is the same format that we have followed in the previous session. The format goes like this. First, according to the format that we take is cash price. Cash price is already given in the question without any adjustment. 12,000 cash price will be considered in the format. Going to the next level, that is down payment. Down payment should always be deducted from the cash price, and here in the question they have told down payment is 20% of cash price. So, if you take 20% of 12,000, you are amounting to 2,400. This is the value. Now, when you remove this down payment from the cash price, you are amounting to a balance called 9,600. This is the outstanding balance that is left for the coming years of installment and interest. So, now coming to the second, that is the third statement, they are telling balance should be paid in 3 equal installments. So, the balance that is left after down payment is 9,600. Go back to the working note, that is the second working note, you can do it. 9,600 is the balance left. This 9,600 should be paid in 3 equal installments, that will be amounting to 3,200 every year. So, one installment amount is 3,200, and be very sure 3,200 does not include any amount of interest on it. This problem itself or this adjustment itself states installment is exclusive of interest. Whatever 3,200 installment that we are paying every year, it is completely exclusive of interest, not inclusive. What we have to do is we have to find interest on this balance, add that interest to the down payment and then give the installment. So, coming to the first year, after finding out the outstanding balance, start with the interest and the installment from the beginning of the years. First, according to the format, we will be adding the interest for the first year. First year interest, they have clearly mentioned interest will be at 10% on the outstanding cash price. So, 10% is on this 9,600, you can give 10%, 9,600 into 10%, you will be amounting to 960 rupees. This 960 rupees when added to the outstanding balance, you will be getting 10,560 rupees. So, with this now we have to start calculating the installment value. In the first year installment, we have already calculated installment will be equal every year, that is 3,200, but 3,200 is exclusive of interest. Be very sure of it. It is exclusive of interest. So what we have to do in the first year is 3,200 plus interest amount, that is 960 rupees, should be added to the installment, and both put together will be 4,160. So first year installment is 4,160, not just 3,200. 3,200 is a purely principal amount. On that you're adding interest and then taking the total value to the outer column. So now remove this particular first year installment from the balance. You will be getting 6,400. So with this balance we have stopped with the first year. Moving on to the second year now. Second year again we will be adding interest and removing the down payment. That is the second installment. So interest in the second year, it is again at 10%. That 10% should be given on this outstanding balance, that is 6,400 into 10%. When we calculate, we are getting 640 rupees. So this 640 rupees should be added to the outstanding balance. The carried forward balance will be 7,440. Now on this again we have to take the installment plus interest amount and then minus it from the outstanding value. So in the second year the installment will be 3,200, but to that 3,200 we are supposed to add the interest, as it is exclusive of interest adjustment. So this is purely the principal amount and we are adding the interest, both put together we are amounting to 3,840. Now from the outstanding balance, remove this 3,840, you will be amounting to 3,200 in the third year. On this again we have to calculate interest and installment for the third year. Coming to the third year, interest in the third year is again on the same percentage, that is 10%. So the outstanding balance here is 3,200 into 10%. When you calculate as such, you are getting 320 rupees. So 320 rupees, when it is added to 3,200, you are amounting to 3,520. With this outstanding balance, we have to remove the third installment value. Before calculating the third installment or writing the third installment directly 3,200, again I am making it sure this is not the exact installment amount. 3,200 plus interest. 3,200 is purely principal amount and this is the interest that we have calculated on the outstanding balance. So 320 plus 3,200, it will be amounting to 3,520 in the third year. So with the outstanding balance of 3,550, if you remove the installment for the third year 3,520, you will be amounting to zero value or the nil value. So for the third year, the hire purchase agreements comes to an end here. All the installments, all the interest is being paid to the hire vendor, and this is how an agreement comes to an end. So this problem briefly states you that when the installment amount is not included with the interest, we have to calculate the interest always on the outstanding values, and then we have to calculate the installments for each year and then give it in the outer column. This is the main adjustment that deals with 6 marks, and this is a kind of important problem that we get in the section B from hire purchase system. Thank you. Moving on to the next adjustment from the same section B question. This is again one of the most important questions with the section B hire purchase unit. So this is a kind of adjustment where you will be given with cash price, you will be given with down payment, you will also be given with installment, but they will not specify what is the rate of interest on the installment. So what you have to do, or what kind of adjustment is this problem is, when rate of interest is not given. So when rate of interest is not given in the question, how do we calculate the rate of interest amount? That becomes important. So this is that kind of adjustment where rate of interest is not given, but using the other given details in the question, we have to formulate the rate of interest amount and then see how the interest and installment will be given together. So coming to the question, they are directly telling you cash prices 1 lakh. So the machinery or the asset value or the cash price value is 1 lakh. Going to the next detail, that is down payment, you are paying on the date of agreement or signing the agreement, you are paying rupees 25,000. So from 1 lakh, if you remove 25,000, whatever the remaining balance is left, that is paid in 3 installments, 30,000 each. You can just check out, you are left with 75,000. If you check with the cash price 1 lakh and down payment 25,000, if you remove, the remaining balance will be 75,000. But here one analysis, if you have to understand, they are telling 3 installments of 30,000 each. So 30,000 3 installments will be amounting to 90,000. So you can find out some difference there. 75,000 was supposed to be the balance, but here installments is amounting to 90,000. So there is a small difference. That difference itself will become the solution part that will be doing. So we will see the solution. They have asked us to calculate the amount of interest and the principal value that we are paying to the vendor. So let's follow the steps for this particular problem. So the first step, if you have to start off with, let's see how the total interest, that is for all these 3 installments, what is the total interest that you are paying. So for that, first take the given details in the question. Cash price is 1 lakh. This is already given in the question. First take the cash price and let's see how to calculate hire purchase price in this case. Before going to the hire purchase price, let me make it clear. Cash price is the pure value of an asset. For an example, here the cash price or the value of the machinery is 1 lakh. But when you hire purchase it, you will be paying interest also along with it. So the hire purchase will be something extra than the cash price. So let's see how to find out a hire purchase price here. Hire purchase price, we follow a small format, that is first take the down payment. Down payment is already given in the question, that is 25,000. So to this down payment add all the installments value. This is the formula or the format that we consider to find out an hire purchase price. So hire purchase price, if you have to know, you should always take the down payment and add all the installments to the down payment value. You will be arriving at hire purchase price. So let's take the down payment first, as it is already given in the question. Moving on to the next one, that is take all the installments. They are clearly mentioning they are paying 30,000 each. In how many installments? In 3 installments. So directly take 30,000 into 3 installments. So moving on to the next level, that is 25,000 plus 30,000 into 3, you are getting 90,000. So when you add both down payment and all the installments together, you are arriving at a value that is 1,15,000. So it is very clear, you can now compare the cash price and hire purchase price. The actual value of the machinery was only 1 lakh. But when you are hire purchasing it, when you are taking it on hire basis, you are paying extra 15,000 there. So this 15,000 itself denotes something that you are paying on the cash price that can be considered as interest. So this is the first step that you need to know. Here only we will get to know 15,000 is the difference. But let's show it in the next level, that is the total interest will be hire purchase price minus cash price. Again, this is a small formula or a format that we follow to find out the interest. Always after finding out a hire purchase price, just to try comparing both hire purchase and cash price. Hire purchase price is 1,15,000, cash price is 1 lakh. When you try deducting both, you are getting a difference of 15,000. This becomes the total interest on all the installments, that is on this 3 installments you are paying an interest of 15,000. So with the first step we got to know what is the total interest we are paying overall for this agreement. Now in the further steps we also will get to know how this 15,000 is allocated in 3 different levels. For that, let's go to the next step, that is step 2. In the step 2, generally what we do is we calculate the ratio. This is where generally we get confused. So please remember this a small kind of formula or a chart that we follow to find out the ratio. This is a step that we follow. So first thing, in the first year, let's come year wise in this format. So first year, the formula that we use to find out the balances is higher purchase price minus down payment. In the previous step we have already calculated higher purchase price, that is 1,15,000. So from 1,15,000 remove the down payment. Down payment in the question it has already been given 25,000. If you remove, you are getting some balance for the first year, that is 90,000. This is the balance for the first year. Likewise, we need such balance for the next 2 years also, first year, second year and third year. So likewise, let's do it for the second year also. Now this is the balance left, that is 90,000. In the second year, again I am removing the second installment. Remove the second installment. Second year we are paying second installment. From 90,000, if you remove 30,000, you are amounting to 60,000. This is the balance for the second year. So we got two balance amounts till now. Going to the third year now. Third year again we have some balance, that is 60,000 of the second year. From this again remove installment. One more thing, if you try noticing, here in the first year we have removed down payment, but every year we are removing installments. This is second year installment, again here third year installment. So if you remove installment of 30,000, again you are amounting to 30,000 rupees. So we have got three balance values as of now in this chart. So with this balance, that is 90,000, 60,000 and 30,000, we have to find out a ratio. This ratio will be used to allocate the interest. We have calculated the total interest. This interest will be allocated in each year. So ratio will be 90,000, 60,000 and 30,000. If you cancel all the 4 zeros here, you will be amounting to 9:6:3, which will be multiplied by 3 tables alone. So 3 3s are 9, 3 2s are 6, 3 1s are 3. You will be getting a ratio of 3:2:1. So this ratio is used in the next step to allocate the total interest value. So coming to the step 3, that is interest. So interest, we have already seen total interest is 15,000 in the previous step. This 15,000, how do I allocate in each year becomes important. So first year, if you consider, first year 15,000 is the total interest. On that, consider this ratio now. This ratio is 3:2:1. First year you are paying 3 alone. So 15,000 into 3 divided by 6, you will be amounting to 7,500 amount of interest in the first year. Likewise, let's do it for the second year also. Same 15,000 value. Again the ratio was 3:2:1. So second year I am paying 2. 2 divided by 6, you are getting 5,000 interest that you are paying in the second year. Going to the third year, that is again the total value is 15,000. Ratio was 1 to the whole of 6, you are getting 2,500 interest. So in the step 3, we have also calculated interest. This is what they have asked in the question. Calculate the amount of interest. So to arrive at this calculation of amount of interest, we have followed step 1 and step 2. So we have arrived at interest. The next question they have asked is principal amount. So in the last step, we also have to show what is the principal amount that we are paying. So in the step 4, we have to find out what is the principal value. For that, we use a small formula, that is installment minus interest will be amounting to principal value. It is always likewise principal amount plus interest will be adding on to installment now, but we want only principal amount. So we are doing it vice versa. If you want principal amount alone, take the installment value, remove the interest from it, and then you will be getting the principal value. That is what we have done here. So in the first year, the actual installment that you are paying is 30,000. From this, remove the interest. Where was the 7,500 interest? We have calculated it in the step 3. So 7,500 in the first year, if you remove, you are amounting to 22,500. This is the principal amount without interest. Going to the second year. Second year again installment is 30,000. On this 30,000, interest was 5,000. So if I remove 5,000 on 30,000, the principal amount will be 25,000. Going to the third year, the installment is 30,000 again, and the interest that we have calculated here, that is 2,500. Remove that 2,500 from 30,000, you are amounting to 27,500 principal amount. This is how we calculate the higher purchase price and using that total interest, in the step 2 we also calculate the ratios using the balances in the first year, second year and third year. After finding out ratios, we will use these ratios to segregate the total interest for all the years. After segregating, we find out what is the principal amount that I have to pay, that I will be paying in all the 3 years. So principal amount is nothing but that is exclusive of interest amount. So with this 6 marks question, in the coming sessions we will see how to calculate depreciation, how to give a journal entry or a ledger account in the hire purchase systems. Thank you for the session. Thank you, students.